Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy E2 Blue once again coming at you with another video. So, a couple of y'all asked me to do a mock draft. Well, guess what? I'm going to do it. Now, I kept saying that I wasn't going to do a mock draft because I didn't see it being a point, especially because this year is unique. We have 10 draft picks and multiple draft picks in the 4th, 5th, and 6th round. Now, I'm going to give you my guys, so if you don't agree with it, oh well, everybody's mock draft is different. Now, this one is going to be really hard to do because of the simple fact that we have 10 draft picks. Now, I'm going to go with the first round. Now, the first round is all over the place right now because I'm going to give you two different scenarios, whether we stay pat and pick at the 19th pick, or if we move up. Now, if we move up, you already know there's only two players that they're going to get. That makes sense. And this is based off of need. Alright? I'm giving you an educated mock draft. This is not no fantasy. Yes, these are people that I think that they would get, and people that I think that would make sense for them to get. So, start with the first round. First scenario, if they stay at the 19th pick, you have a couple of choices there. The guy that I've been standing on the table for a long time, you guys know I've been talking about this in my previous videos, Vita Vea. Vita Vea, defensive tackle out of Washington. That is that fire hydrant that we need at defensive tackle in the middle. We need that guy to clog up these holes, to make space for both David Irving and Lawrence to rush the passer. Now, that is definitely a need for us. Like I said, I'm standing on the table for Vita Vea. I want him all day. But there's two teams that could potentially get him before us, and one is the Chargers and two is the Redskins. Now, depending on what they're doing is where we're going to go. And if you guys haven't been living under a rock and you've been seeing what's been going on in this free agency, there's been trades, there's been players getting released all over the place. And if you haven't been paying attention, you're going to be lost at this point because everything that we thought that was going to happen in this first round is all going to change. And when I tell you that I'm excited about what's about to happen in this first round of this draft, I mean, it is going to be crazy. I'm talking about teams are moving all different which ways. First round is going to be ridiculous. Now, compared to the first round, all the other rounds are going to be, you're not even going to probably watch them because they're just going to be boring because nobody's moving around come the 4th or 5th round. The second person that they would pick if they probably stayed pat would be Taven Bryan, defensive tackle out of Florida. They also have an option of getting Will Hernandez if he's available, offensive guard, or Rashad Evans. Now, I just said that things change in the NFL every day. And this offseason, everything has been changing. So I don't know if you guys heard reports today that the Cowboys have two visits coming up on Monday. One is Cameron Fleming, the right tackle from the Patriots. Now, if he comes to the Dallas Cowboys and he actually works out, or if they give him a physical and they actually sign him a contract, what's going to happen is they're going to move him to that right tackle spot and they're going to move Lyle Collins to that guard spot. Just imagine that. We'll be a dominant offensive line once again. Then at that point, you may not need to draft a guard. You could probably get a swing tackle to help out when Tyron Smith gets hurt again because he's dealing with that back. So, and we definitely could get another swing tackle, especially if we don't keep Jonathan Cooper or Chaz Green. And I know a lot of you guys don't like Chaz Green no more because of that Falcons game, but remember, all that wasn't on him. Rashad Evans is another pick too, inside linebacker for the first round. He's been one player that's been projected to the Cowboys. So that's it that I have for if they stay at pick 19. Now, if they move up in the first round, there's two main players, and I know you guys already know if you've been keeping track like I have. Derwin James, safety out of Florida. That's somebody that we will move up to get. I would, if they did that, I would be standing on all the tables for it. I mean, I'm tearing shit up if that happens. Roquan Smith, linebacker out of Georgia. Also, too, a good pick. Now, it was said in the combine that he had some medical stuff going on, but we'll see what happens with that. I don't think that should really hinder him too much. He's still going to go high. So, that's the first round for me. Now, you guys may have a different opinion on that, but I'm just telling you where I'm at with it. Round 2. Wide receiver DJ Moore out of the University of Maryland, which is the state that I'm in right now. Now, I've been watching DJ Moore because I'm in the state of Maryland, and when Maryland players come out, we don't get too many of them. So, DJ Moore, he definitely would be a good addition to this team to help out with Terrence Williams and Dez Bryant. But again, like I told y'all before, wide receiver is one of those positions that's very hard to transition from the collegiate level to the pros. You cannot expect somebody to be a superstar or a monster straight on their first year because they have to learn the route trees of whatever different team that they're playing on. Because at the collegiate level, there's a lot of schools that only have 4 or 5 route trees for their wide receivers, and they're really kind of raw. So they have to learn how to become a scheme player, if you know what I'm saying. So third round, Mike Gesicki, tight end for Penn State. Now, this guy and DJ Moore, both of those players, and some of these players I have on my list too, are players that the Cowboys actually spoke to, either at the Combine or the Senior Bowl. Now, they spoke with Mike Gesicki, and he was one of the guys that said that, hey, I would love to come to the Cowboys and be under, Jason Witten, have him take me under his wing. I can pick his brain, and just he's one of the players that said that he modeled his game after him, and that's definitely some high praise for a future Hall of Famer that we already have on this team. And if you've been watching Mike, I like the way he plays. He'd be a pretty good fit. I mean, he plays up under Jason for a little while, and then once Witten decides he wants to retire, whenever that will be, he could take that spot, that number 1, and be Dak's new go-to security blanket. Fourth round, we have 2 picks. At pick number 116, I got 2 guys there, and they're both linebackers. Because as you know, we lost Anthony Hitchens to Kansas City. We need that help, because we might not have Kyle Wilber either, depending on, that's contingent upon if they want to re-sign him or not to a small contract. But he'll be easy if they want to retain him. Mekhi Kaiser, linebacker out of Virginia. They call him the tackling machine out of Virginia. Now, I spoke about him earlier in my videos when I did my draft prospects, so I'm not going to go into details on him. Right now, I'm just spitting out names. Also, too, they could go with, at that pick, Sky Moore, which is also a linebacker out of, he's a Gamecock out of South Carolina. For the second, 4th round pick that we have at pick 137, safety Deshaun Elliott out of Texas. He's a local guy, obviously, for the Cowboys. He's one of the guys that they're going to have in for the 30 to come see the facility and get to know the player better because he's a hometown guy. 5th round, first pick, pick 171. I have Kylie Fitz, defensive end out of Utah. For the second, 5th round pick, 173, pick 173. So we get basically almost back-to-back picks on that one. Kaiser White, cornerback out of West Virginia. Now, I also had 2 guys at that spot, too, because they could go either way on there. If Kaiser's not available, they can also go with Deion Kane out of Clemson, wide receiver. Now, Deion Kane is another guy that they had an interview with, that they talked with. So, he's definitely on their radar. Now, mind you, again, like I said in the beginning, we have 10 draft picks. Cowboys is not going to use all these 10 draft picks. So this is going to change tremendously. I'm just giving you this just in case they decide that they don't want to do anything. This is if the Cowboys don't do anything. If all the players that are here that they would choose, which, again, they're not going to pick these 10 draft picks, so you're going to see a lot of trades going on. But they can still get these players at different positions, if they different spots in the draft if they want to. So now we also have another 2 picks in the 6th round. So 6th round pick number 193. We have, I have on my board, if he's still available at that point, Shaquem Griffin out of UCF, outside linebacker. Now, that's the guy, if you don't know who he is, that's the guy that's missing a hand. Now, he ran a good 40 time, so he might actually go up in the draft, but that depends on the team. Like, some teams might look at the fact that he doesn't have a hand. I think it's his left hand where he's missing his hand. He was born like that. But what y'all don't understand is it's not like your boy, what's his name? That lost his finger. The Giants. Pierre Paul. It's not like Pierre Paul where he lost his finger and he couldn't play the same. Now, this guy lived his whole life like this. So he was able to deal with it. If you've seen what he did on the bench press, what he had, 28, 29 reps? I mean, come on now. Like, I don't think that that's going to hold him back. But again, teams are going to look at that, and in their mind, they're going to think that he can't tackle, he can't play. But he's already proven that in the collegiate level. So he's going to be good for some team out there, if not the Cowboys. Second pick in the 6th round, number 208. Nyheim Hines. That's probably where they're going to get their running back later in the draft. Running back out of NC State. And for my last pick in the 7th round, 236, I have Ike Butker, offensive tackle out of University of Iowa. Yeah, you guys might not have heard of him, but yeah, he's a late guy, but we could definitely use him and mold him. He's not as athletic as you would want on this line, but he definitely has the frame, and he could be molded. I mean, like, again, every player that's coming in this draft, some players are raw. They're going to have to learn on the pro level. That's what it's all about. That's why you have coaches. So with the right team, he would be good too. So, like I said, guys, that's what I have for my mock draft. We got Cameron Fleming coming in for a visit on tomorrow, so we'll see what happens with that. If he gets signed, then hey, guys, you said you wanted the Cowboys to do something in free agency. Here we go. Cameron Fleming. And you guys know that you get Patriot players. That's the winning recipe, right? Well, let's hope so. Now, if we can only just stop this playing around and just get Earl Thomas. Now, I don't know what Seattle's doing with him. They're trying to, they want us to give up our 1st round pick and our 3rd. At first they just said, hey, give us your 1st round pick and then you can have him. He was like, nah, I'm not giving you no 1st round pick, not for a player that's coming off of a femur injury. Seriously? And then they turn around and said, well, give us a 1st and a 3rd. Well, goddammit, if I just told you I wasn't going to give you my 1st round, why would I give you my 1st and my 3rd if I said no to that? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. So we'll see what happens with that. Now, like, if we don't get Earl Thomas, I believe, like I said in the beginning of this video, they need to go up in the draft and go get Derwin James. Just be aggressive. First day. Look, go talk to the Buccaneers because I think they're picking at 10. Go get the Buccaneers, but look, we'll give you that to move up, and we'll give you like a 3rd and a 5th or something like that. Like I said, we got multiple picks, so we have a lot of room to will and deal, y'all. So we'll see what happens with that. But I want to thank all my subscribers again for all your comments and all the support that you're giving me. And if you're watching this video for the first time, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Support your boy. I'm going to reiterate this again. The draft is coming up vastly, and this road trip is going to be off the chain. You guys are going to be in for a good treat. Now, if you guys are going to be in in Dallas at the time. Those of you that are watching my channel from Texas, you guys are there. Come holler at your boy. Y'all know me when y'all see me. I'll be DJing, so it's going to be a good time. So, until next time, y'all, signing out. This is your boy, E2 Blue. Holla back.